And tonight at 5, a busy day for lawmakers at the state capitol. A closer look at which bills they're debating, including one about child care.
Plus, tensions are once again on the rise between Starbucks workers and management, this time about Pride Month decorations.
And the pandemic-era pause on federal student loan debt is set to expire in a few months, and it won't be extended.
You're watching News 3 now at 5. Thank you, Mark, for your help, by the way.
I'm new here.
Eric is off this week. A busy day at the state capitol today as lawmakers debate how to fund child care in the state budget.
And a bill to overhaul how the state regulates alcohol gets a committee stamp of approval. Here with the latest political reporter, Will Keneally, reporting live from the Capitol. Will?
Mark and Susan, so we're facing a little bit of a worker shortage here in Wisconsin. So a lot of the budget discussions have been around how to make Wisconsin a good place, not only for the people that live and work here right now, but how to attract new people to the state. And for Democrats, part of that has been how to attract people and how to make it viable for people here. And they say that a big piece of that is childcare.
If they were not working and doing their jobs and helping my children learn and grow, I would not be able to be here.
Democrats have long been pushing to get more funding for child care into the state budget. They framed it as, in part, an economic issue. Having easier access to child care can help get more people into the workforce.
Up until the pandemic, we do almost nothing for child care, except during World War II, when we realized that in order to keep the economy going, we had to actually have publicly funded and supported child care.
The legislature's budget writing committee is taking up the Children's and Families portion of the budget tonight. A handful of current programs are tied to pandemic-era aid, which is set to lapse next year.
It's frustrating because we have wait lists a mile long, but I have rooms that sit empty because I can't get the teachers, and I can't get the teachers because of the pay.
One pandemic-era program helps defray education costs for child care providers. Another would give more direct aid to help increase the quality of care they provide. The committee is set to vote today on the proposal, but we don't know exactly what Republicans' plans are. They've been meeting behind closed doors throughout the day, and we're expected to see final details and a vote later tonight. On the other side of the Capitol, an assembly committee approved a bill that would overhaul the state's alcohol regulation and create a new agency to oversee alcohol sales in Wisconsin.
The public expects us to keep them safe. And alcohol is a huge tradition in the state of Wisconsin. And this bill brings everybody into compliance. It does level the playing field.
So both Democrats and Republicans supported pushing that bill to the assembly floor. We could see that next week. There's one holdout, a Democrat from Milwaukee, who had some concerns about how wedding barns were handled under that legislation. Reporting from the Capitol, Will Keneally, News 3 Now.
Will, thank you. An air quality advisory remains in effect for much of Wisconsin tonight. Julian Seawright is out on the weather patio with more. Julian?
That's right. We can't just shake the hazy skies for us going into our Thursday, but Thursday midnight is when we're looking for these air quality advisories to start to expire from that wildfire smoke from Canada. But again, all of Wisconsin, even parts of Minnesota and Iowa are under these air quality advisories until the later parts of tonight. So it's one thing we're going to be monitoring, even though we're still on a trend of seeing just warm and dry conditions. Now, the good news is, as we get to Friday, we are expecting some light haze, but it's not going to be nearly as hazy as it was for today. So our air quality advisories may not be in effect for us as we get into tomorrow afternoon. Otherwise, our current temperatures as of right now, it's a bit of a split of halves. We have the cooler air over towards the northeast and even closer to Lake Michigan, where temperatures are into the upper 50s and lower 60s. But from Madison to the southwest, still a bit mild, but it's pretty comfortable outside as of right now. 70 degrees for us here in Madison, and areas just to the west into the lower 70s as well. So not too bad as we're getting into our Thursday afternoon and evening hours. But looking ahead, again, still going to be dealing with that haze for tonight, and the temperatures themselves will continue to fall. We're going to see the upper 50s close to the midnight hour, and we're seeing around 49 degrees to be our low for tonight. Now, heading into tomorrow, it's going to be almost the exact same as what we're expecting for today. Sunshine, not as hazy skies, but temperatures into the upper 70s. We'll take a look at how our weekend's going to be panning out in a few moments. And tell them, over to you.
All right, Julian, thank you. A conservative law firm has filed a federal Title IX complaint on behalf of parents against the Sun Prairie Area School District. The complaint comes after an incident involving a transgender student in a locker room. The complaint states 4 girls said they were exposed to an 18-year-old unclothed biological male in a shower who told them they were transgender. School administrators previously said accounts of the incident were incomplete and inaccurate, and that they did not condone a student of one sex being present in a state of undress in the presence of students of another sex. Wisconsin Institute for Law and Liberty attorneys argue the 4 freshman girls were discriminated against, and the district failed to comply with Title IX requirements.
The search crews continue to comb through the Devil's Lake State Park area, hoping to find a missing Sauk County teen. 13-year-old James Yablonsky has been missing for 4 days. His family told police he left his home in a family car late Sunday night. The vehicle was later found abandoned near the Baraboo Bluffs. Search crews also found a cell phone and makeshift campsite. Officials say they've searched more than 5,000 acres using 20 K-9 units and more than 100 officers.
New at 5, a Beloit man has been found guilty in the deadly shooting of a man back in 2021. Damon Hanna was convicted of first-degree intentional homicide this afternoon. 33-year-old Jordan Jefferson died after being shot in March of 2021. A witness told police Hanna asked her to hide his gun while he washed himself in bleach. He also asked her to take a photo of him pretending to be sleeping so that he could have an alibi. A sentencing hearing has been scheduled for September 8th. Tonight, we're bringing you an update to a story we first brought you in 2017. A Madison mother and daughter have both been up against lengthy cancer battles.
However, as our Catherine Merck shows us, their relationship with each other is their source of comfort in the coming days. Catherine?
Megan and Kelly Moeller aren't just like any mother and daughter. They say they are truly best friends.
Me and you, a 2-man crew, side for side we united. We will never be divided.
We have 2 choices, you know. We can make the most of what we've got and the time we've got left, and make the memories and do the things that are little things we'll remember.
This remarkable pair has a heartbreaking update to their cancer journey. They say their relationship with each other has been their way of finding peace. The full story and their inseparable bond airs tonight at 6 o'clock on News 3 Now.
We will see you at 6, Catherine. Thank you so much. Workers at the State Street Starbucks are at odds with management again. This time, it's about Pride Month decorations. Our Braden Ross has that story.
At the beginning of June, workers at the State Street Starbucks were excited to put up decorations to celebrate Pride Month. But they say soon after they were up, their manager came in and told them everything had to go.
It was basically elaborated as, well, in the same way as any holiday can be seen as offensive, Pride can be seen as offensive.
Take a look at this video that went viral on TikTok of the decor coming down.
If that flag is your identity, if it's a core part of you showing your identity, it makes sense that you'd feel betrayed, especially by a company which claims to espouse such progressive views.
Starbucks strongly denies the claims, their representative saying in a statement to News 3 Now, quote, "There has been no change to any policy on this matter, and we continue to encourage our store leaders to celebrate with their communities, including for U.S. Pride Month in June." He added that the company also has a proud history of LGBTQ allyship.
Sure, they may not have a written down policy saying Pride decorations have to come down, but they're certainly acting.
The controversy comes at a time when members of the LGBTQ community say anti-LGBTQ rhetoric is gaining more traction.
This year, or the last 2 years maybe, there has been a much more concerted effort from the right wing to attack especially trans rights, but LGBTQ rights in general.
They say there's 2 sides to the story when it comes to pride in corporate spaces.
It's really encouraging to see some of the messages, right, about especially accepting the transgender community. The flip side of that is that a lot of this stuff only happens during June, and we are here all year.
In Madison, Braden Ross, News 3 Now.
President Biden says it's time to crack down on those hidden fees that sneak into consumer bills. Today, he met with some of the executives promising to join that effort. The meeting comes 4 months after the president promised action against so-called junk fees during his State of the Union address. He spoke with executives from private sector companies that offer all-in pricing or have agreed to do so in the coming months. Companies include Live Nation and its Ticketmaster platform, as well as SeatGeek, Airbnb, and some event venues that have committed to eliminating hidden fees.
Junk fees are not a matter for the wealthy very much, but they're a matter for working folks like the homes I grew up in. And they can add hundreds of dollars a month and make it harder for families to pay their bills. I think it's just wrong.
Live Nation came under fire earlier this year for the botched handling of Taylor Swift concert tickets and for including surprise fees. It's now committed to upfront pricing at its venues and through Ticketmaster, making the total cost visible from the start. Well, coming up, Julian has the latest forecast.
Plus, a disturbing sight in northern Nevada. Look at this. A cricket invasion is plaguing one community.
Stocks rallied, though, on Wall Street, shaking off the Fed's plans for more rate hikes. The Dow Industrials gained 428 points, closing at 34,408. The Nasdaq was up 156 points. The S&P 500 added 53. And we'll be right back.
Well, just wanted to record a little message with Gabriel here about the awesome windows. Looks absolutely amazing. Just getting so much natural light and not nearly as much heat coming through. It's fantastic. So thank you guys so much for everything that you did. Excellent work, and would highly recommend to everybody. Thanks.
There's nothing better than a great night's sleep on a new Tempur-Pedic mattress from Steinhafels. The new Tempur-Pedic Breeze is made with a one-of-a-kind cooling technology, pulling heat away from your body, keeping you up to 10 degrees cooler, allowing for a better night's sleep. Right now, Tempur-Pedic Queen mattresses start at only $96 per month. Plus, you get $300 in Steinhafels cash. Steinhafels, your mattress destination. Shop in-store or online.
So, all of us are here to talk about trading. Right now at US Cellular, you can get a new phone without having to trade in your old one.
Trade you my PB&J for that phone.
No, kid, you don't have to trade. See, $1,200 off any phone at US Cellular. No trade-in needed.
You drive a hard bargain. Boom. Chocolate milk.
You don't have to trade.
I'll take the chocolate milk.
Okay.
Boom. Get $1,200 off any phone. No trade-in needed. US Cellular, built for us.
Memories matter. This bend on Cox Hollow Lake was one of Dad's favorite fishing holes. Crest Funeral and Cremation Service helped us make sure he's never forgotten. Making it personal. It's how you heal. We are Crest. We truly believe your memories matter.
Don't wait until the weekend to enjoy a thick charbroiled steak made to your liking. Make a weeknight steak night at High Point Steakhouse, Southern Wisconsin's premier supper club. Well worth the short drive to Ridgeway.
Announcing Madison Magazine's Best of Madison Readers Poll for 2023. Vote for the Best of Madison online today, including Mosquito Squad for Best Pest Control. Mosquito Squad of South Central Wisconsin, from dawn to past dusk. You decide when it's time to go inside.
Coming up at 6, News 3 Now reveals Sun Prairie's brand new bus routes, and here's firsthand reactions from passengers at their stops. We're going to look at how these changes are impacting their everyday commutes tonight at 6.
News 3 Now first met them in 2017.
When Mom got cancer, I got cancer.
Now they reveal a heartbreaking update.
It's really hard.
What they want you to know about their inseparable bond. Tonight at 6.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Well, right now it's just about winter in the Southern Hemisphere, and in Australia, flu season is hitting communities hard. That could mean the U.S. is in for another severe season when winter comes our way. Australian officials say cases began increasing early last month. That's an earlier start for the flu season than previous years, with cases higher than the 5-year average. The number of cases in kids is also being watched. More children in Australia appear to be getting sick than other age groups this year.
Really want the high-risk individuals to get the vaccine to protect themselves, but then the lower-risk individuals who are seemingly healthy should get it so that they can protect their loved ones.
The CDC estimates the flu caused up to 41 million illnesses and up to 710,000 hospitalizations and up to 52,000 deaths every year between 2010 and 2020.
Nearly 1 in 5 U.S. adults have been diagnosed with depression, and the prevalence of it varies dramatically depending on where you live. A new report from the CDC breaks down the highest and lowest rates of depression across the country by state and by county. Michael George has more.
New data from the CDC finds West Virginia is the state with the highest prevalence of depression, with 27.5% of adults reporting a diagnosis of the common mental disorder over the course of a lifetime. That's significantly above the nationwide prevalence of 18.5%.
Socioeconomic issues such as homelessness, food insecurity, living at or below the poverty level, decreased family cohesion, all of those increase the rates of depression.
Looking at individual counties in the report, the Appalachian region saw the highest depression rate, where adults tend to have lower incomes, higher poverty, and lower education levels, all of which can negatively affect health. The research also showed the highest prevalence occurring with young adults, ages 18 to 24 years old.
18 to 24-year-olds right now have a whole lot on their minds that I think previous people of that age group did not. They're worried about the climate. They're worried about the future of our nation. They're worried about the future of the world. And then you add to that the echo chamber of social media that affects them more than it affects people who are older.
Health experts say physical activity, quality sleep, and good nutrition can all help manage symptoms of depression, although those behaviors are harder for a person who's depressed. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
And this would probably come as no surprise. Hawaii had the lowest prevalence of depression at 12.5%.
No surprise at all. Well, air quality remains a major concern as smoke continues to push into the Midwest from Canadian wildfires. UW-Madison air pollution expert Tracy Holloway says the Canadian wildfire season started earlier than usual this year. It's also far bigger than other years. Holloway says this is because the forest land is dry due to the warming of the planet.
What we're seeing here with the wildfires in Canada and their effect on our air is exactly what scientists have been talking about and predicting for decades. It's just now, it's not the future anymore, it's now.
So what does that mean for you? Experts recommend limiting time outdoors for the elderly and those with pre-existing health conditions. If people in those groups have to go outside, you should wear an N95 mask. The state's DNR gave similar advice in a press release this afternoon, recommending that Wisconsinites spend less time outdoors due to the air quality. And Julian Seawright has more on that with our first warn forecast.
That's right. So otherwise, it would be perfect for us here in southern Wisconsin if it wasn't for the air quality issues we've been dealing with. Getting into our weather headlines, well, folks, we're still going to be dealing with a bit of some of those hazy skies, but not nearly as bad as they have been over the last couple of days. A little hazy going into our Friday. This weekend, we are seeing temperatures maintaining into those 80s. Otherwise, we're also looking at another dry trend. We might see a shower going into Father's Day, but nevertheless, it's still not looking to be very widespread. Some might say the areas could get a shower or thunderstorm, but otherwise, it's still going to be dry and sunny. And there's a reason behind why it's just been so dry and sunny for us. What we're looking at here is actually just a blocking, an omega block is what we call here in meteorological terms. And what it is the jet stream in itself has really ridged itself all the way towards Canada and is flowing its way through the upper Midwest. So a high pressure system has settled up into the Midwest, which has kept us not only dry, but sunny as well. And on top of it has really been flowing much of that wildfire smoke into the upper Midwest and for us here in Wisconsin. Now, how the omega block really breakdown is, well, what it is for us, we're going to be seeing that breakdown at how it impacts us. Typically, it brings us dry weather, sunny conditions, which is bad news for us because we have been in such a moderate drought, especially with the latest drought monitor for us here in southern Wisconsin. Otherwise, this pattern itself is also shifting that wildfire smoke into the upper Midwest, which is why our air quality has been so poor for over the last several days. Now, taking a look at the drought monitor in itself, as you can see, all of southern Wisconsin is now within a moderate drought, and we're not looking for improvements over the next several days. Air quality advisory is going to be in effect until midnight for everywhere that's gray on your screen due to that wildfire smoke. But the one good news is that we are looking for that haze to start to clear up just a bit heading into our Friday, making for some improvements in our air. Walking through our future track. So otherwise, we are looking at the conditions to be rather fine for us. Temperatures going to drop to the upper 40s overnight. The northeasterly and northerly winds will keep things rather tame. So we're going to see temperatures climb into the upper 70s once we get into our Friday afternoon. But even around lunchtime, upper 60s, plenty of sunshine. It feels great. The only caveat is the fact that we are still dealing with some hazy skies. But as we go into the rest of our Friday, we're going to see those temperatures once again stay rather tame heading into our weekend, where we are looking to warm back up. The one thing we are going to watch for is by the time we get into our Sunday, we could see a small little burst of some shower or even thunderstorm activity. Might see something going into our Monday, but still not looking for anything very potent or widespread. So our dry trend continues. Saturday, lower 80s and sunshine, and Sunday, 84 degrees, but we might see a shower or potentially even a thunderstorm. Taking a look at our first warn 10-day forecast. Outside of Sunday, we are still being in that warm, hot, dry and sunny trend for us here in southern Wisconsin, and we're not looking to be breaking that anytime soon, again, because of that blocking in our atmosphere. Quick look at our traffic before we close things out. The belt line is pretty smooth outside of eastbound towards Monona. As of right now, we're looking at some slower spots there. And then if you're traveling across from 151 eastbound, expect some road delays as well, only moving around 9 miles per hour as we're getting closer to the rest of our rush hour. It's going to do it for weather and traffic. Send it over to you.
All right, Julian, thank you. The final movie the late actress Carrie Fisher starred in before her death comes out in theaters later this month. Wonderwell is a coming-of-age fairy tale set between modern-day Italy and an imaginary realm. It follows 12-year-old Violet on a thrilling journey that transforms her world forever. The 60-year-old wrapped up filming just weeks before her death in 2016. You can see the film in limited theaters on June 23rd. A city in northeastern Nevada is dealing with an infestation that some are calling biblical.
Yeah, wait till you see this. Millions of migrating Mormon crickets are covering homes and roads in the city of Elko. The flightless insects have been swarming for nearly 2 weeks.
When we looked out here, the whole wall was just covered. That really freaked me out.
You can see that they're moving and crawling, and the whole road's crawling, and it just makes your skin crawl. It's just so gross.
Entomologists say Mormon cricket infestations happen frequently in western North America, but are noticed most in high population areas. They say there's not much residents can do besides just wait it out. The Nevada Department of Transportation is even plowing and sanding the roads and warning drivers to slow down. Smashed crickets are making the roads slick.
Ugh.
Put that in the weather forecast.
Yeah, I feel itchy all of a sudden.
Ew.
Coming up, millions of federal student loan borrowers as a pandemic-era freeze on payments is set to expire. We'll tell you how it will affect them when we come back.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
It's Green Tag savings time now at Sloan Implement. Get your John Deere S200 series with 4.9% for 60 months. Or John Deere X3s, 5s, and 7s with 1.9% for 48 months.
Power up with Sloan's.
Think Sloan's first.
Looking to bring life to your Wisconsin Dells getaway? Bring your family, bring your friends, bring an extra suit, and bring on the water parks. It's time to bring out your best. Your best driving, your best sliding. Hey, your best friend just passed you up. Ready to play? Bring your A game. Ready to eat? Bring your appetite. Ready to bring it to the next level? Let's bring it all together. Summer in Wisconsin Dells. Bring it on. Go to WISC-TV.com and start planning your trip to the water park capital of the world today.
Menards has everything you need for your outdoor projects. Now all 11% off. Get performance and value with garden hoses from Yardworks. They have everything you need to maintain your yard. Pick up this 50-foot Supreme Duty garden hose for $24.99 after rebate. Visit Menards Garden Center for everything to build the backyard of your dreams. Right now, get a 3-square-foot bag of landscape rock for only $2.49 after 11% rebate at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
You and running have been together for a while now. Fact is, so has Morgan's Good Form Running. Every run is more than just a run. It's about finding oneself. Movement in a new pair of Hokas is good magic. Gear up today at Morgan's Good Form Running. Buy a pair of Hokas and experience the difference. Why run when you can fly?
Experience the comfort and style of Hoka. Visit us here today at Morgan's Good Form Running.
Morgan's Good Form Running, Hilldale.
I'm Megan Tim, Director of Community Health at SSM Health. You may know us as healthcare providers, but we live here too. And as good neighbors, we know our community thrives when we take care of each other. That's why SSM Health and News 3 Now are sharing the keys to health. Watch for our expert information and advice on air, online, and at fun local events. Join SSM Health and News 3 Now, and together, we'll unlock a healthier community by taking time for kids.
Oh, baby, I have sinned. Baby, this is my last confession. You know I've never been no good. But when I'm with you, it feels like heaven. I'm begging for mercy, baby, yeah.
So, what do you think?
I love it.
It's Green Tag savings time now at Sloan Implement. Get your John Deere Z500 with 1.9% for 48 months or John Deere Z700s with 2.9% for 60 months.
Power up with Sloan's.
Think Sloan's first.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
The pandemic-era pause on federal student loan payments is set to end, and this time there will be no extensions.
The Department of Education has confirmed a timeline for repayment to resume. Karen Kafin shares what borrowers need to know.
The Department of Education offering clarity for federal student loan borrowers. Student loan interest will resume on September 1st and payments will resume in October, definitively ending the pandemic pause that started in March 2020. For some, it will mean a major shift in budgeting.
A lot of them were using this for their everyday use to purchase medical expenses, to repay a car bill, get their car fixed, home improvements. Is a lot of things that have happened in this 3 years.
Jalen Herbin of the Center for Responsible Lending says borrowers should use the summer months to get their finances in order.
It is enough time for you to reach out to a servicer and ask the questions that you need to ask. How will this impact me? What are the changes that will take place from what previously took place? Or I am a new graduate. What do I need to know about my account? How can I make sure that I do not go into default?
The Department of Education says it will be in direct communication with borrowers before repayments are due. Borrowers are also waiting to see if the Biden administration's student loan forgiveness program can legally move forward. 2 lawsuits accusing the Biden White House of overreach reached the Supreme Court. Their ruling is imminent. The Biden administration estimates more than 40 million low and middle income federal student loan borrowers would qualify for some debt cancellation. In Washington, I'm Karen Kaffa.
A final check of your first warn forecast when we come back.
Don't miss Wisconsin's best deals this summer only at Ashley's multi-million-dollar clearance event. Everything must go. Save up to 84% store-wide, plus special interest financing for 72 months. Only at Ashley.
Rider chips. Just taking a break. That window's a bear.
Don't worry. My cousin's got a guy.
Hey, I'm not sure I can help you with the house gas, but I can help you replace this window fast.
Let the experts at Feldco kickstart your summer with 2-for-1 windows and no interest until 2025. Plus, we'll get it done Feldco fast.
2-for-1 windows won't last long. Hurry. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
Attention, Wisconsin veterans.
I'm Tony Evers, the governor of Wisconsin.
If you are a veteran struggling to pay for rent, utilities, or other life-sustaining services, I want you to know that the Veterans Rental Assistance Program is here to help. So call 833-WISC-VRAP or visit vrapwi.com. You've always been there for us. We want you to know that we're here for you.
Don't wait until the weekend to enjoy a thick charbroiled steak made to your liking. Make a weeknight steak night at High Point Steakhouse, Southern Wisconsin's premier supper club. Well worth the short drive to Ridgeway.
George uses AT&T. Anthony has Spectrum One. With AT&T, George pays $55 for internet and $75 for his unlimited extra mobile line.
Plus monthly fees. Ouch.
With Spectrum One, Anthony gets internet, advanced Wi-Fi, and mobile for $49.99 a month. Go to spectrum.com/save more to see how much you can save. Get Spectrum internet for only $49.99 a month, plus free advanced Wi-Fi and a free unlimited mobile line. Visit spectrum.com/save more or call 833-714-4999 today.
At Lawton Cates, Your Life Counts is more than just a slogan. It's providing guidance after a serious accident. From the first phone call, we're by your side, helping with the important decisions. Not just for your medical care, but for your family's peace of mind. The Lawton Cates team combines experience and genuine compassion because we know how much is at stake, and we're dedicated to ensuring you can heal and move forward. At Lawton Cates, Your Life Counts. Call today for a free consultation.
Don't miss Wisconsin's best mattress deals this summer, only at Ashley's multi-million-dollar clearance event. Everything must go. Save up to 84% off top mattress brands, plus special interest financing for 72 months. Only at Ashley.
Julian's back with the smoky forecast.
That's right, smoky, but at least we have a bit of sunshine in it. Though we do need the rain, it's not going to be much in this forecast for us, but we do have a shot for Father's Day. Nevertheless, we are looking for sunny, dry, and warm weather heading into next week. We're actually welcoming summer with some pretty hot weather.
Right on cue.
Yeah.
Thank you, Julian. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good evening. Hope to see you back here for News 3 at 6.